Meet the woman behind the man, behind the Dogfish head, today on Here for the Beer. So we're taking a trip back in time about a month ago when we went to Northampton to the Sierra Grill for a Dogfish head vintage dinner the night before Christmas. We had the opportunity to meet Sam, and you may have seen some of those videos already. We also had the opportunity to meet Sam's wife, Mariah. She's a big part of Dogfish head. I was very surprised to learn after speaking to her for a while that every tweet you receive or Facebook reply, that's Mariah in the background. So learn a little bit more about her. Here she is. So Mariah, I'm wondering, you're Sam's wife at Dogfish head. Behind every great man, there's a great woman. Tell us tell us what your role is. I mean,
well, day to day, I'm at the brewery. They're physically there 3 days a week, and I work with all of my coworkers that handle all of our merchandising, our graphic design, and our events. And then I personally work on advertising and all of our website and social media activities. So I kind of have a close hold on all that stuff. I do all the tweeting and Facebooking and web content stuff for dogfish.com.
I find it interesting that I don't see a lot of Dogfish head advertising out there. How do you guys manage? I know that you're a very personable company, so I wonder how you avoid a lot of the paid advertising and really have promoted your brand to such a large scale.
We do a lot of advertising in the beer publications themselves. Like, we've been advertising since day one in the Brewery news publications, Ale Street News, and Celebrator, then All About Beer, just all those really, beer-centric publications. Recently we've added some more less beer-centric, but, beer still focused publications, but that's the only paid advertising we do. Outside of our restaurant, we're in a touristy area, so we do advertise for our restaurant and brewery tours and some of the tourist publications in Delaware. But other than that, all we do is the beer-centric stuff, and then we have most of our marketing dollars in terms of investment in advertising goes online to our own website, which we spend a lot of money. We redid our whole website this last year and relaunched that, and a lot of content there, and then just time and investment on more of the social media free websites that still take a lot of cost in terms of time, but your Facebook, your Twitter, your Beer Advocate, all the blog monitoring and responding and really engaging your customers and your drinkers in a dialogue, because we sell beer through wholesalers and distributors. We don't always have the opportunity to talk directly to our customers, so the social media for us has been a really eye-opening and an exciting experience to talk directly to customers, and that's really, outside of our restaurant, the only opportunity we have to do so we take full advantage of that.
That's amazing. There's a lot of, there's a lot of influence in the actual beer from Sam. Has he dedicated beer to you or been inspired to trying beer last spring?
Sam and myself and our two kids were sitting around having dinner at the pub, and the question of the table, we always have a question of the night, and the question of the night was, if you could make a beer, and this is to me and our 10-year-old and 7-year-old, so it had some context, but the question of the night was, if you could make a beer, what would you make it with? And given that my competition that night was a 7-year-old and 10-year-old, I won out. So we did actually make the beer that I proposed that night, and we made it at the brew pub, and it was called Namaste, and it was a lemongrass infused beer, a wheat beer that we did, and we did it at the time we released it. It was not a fundraiser, but sort of an awareness raiser for a brewery in Belgium that had gone through a hard time Trey Fontaine, and they had a catastrophic event at their brewery that led to like a great loss. And so we sort of did it as an awareness raising event for their brewery in America, so that more people would be aware of their beer. So that beer was the beer that I had proposed that night, and I don't know that we have officially announced this, but in 2010 that's going to be one of our released beers that we're going to go into full production with. Granted, it'll be draft only, so it'll be available at our pubs, tasting room and such, but it'll be a produced beer that we're going to do outside of our pub. But it's one that started at our pub and started with an idea that I did have. So it's mine.
You heard it here, the brainstorm behind the woman behind the beer. Thank you so much. I'm giving you a hug. Thank you.
Thank you for all you guys do.
No,
awesome.
thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
It seems that men tend to dominate the craft beer industry and the beer industry, I guess, in general. But there are some women out there. I know. I've spoken to some of you. If you are a woman in beer and brewing and, you know, any facet of the industry, let us know. We'd love to talk to you sometime and get to know you a little better. To everyone else out there, we'll see you next time on Here for the Beer.